Hey everyone, welcome to another, I know, I can't believe it, another thrifting haul video. I've been just scoring so good lately with all kinds of stuff, various places. Today, this video is being recorded a week before it's going to drop, so it's like the 15th, I think, of July. But I have relatives, my son and his family are coming to visit, so I'm very excited for that, and I figure we'll be busy doing family stuff and hanging out and having fun. So this is like a couple days before they arrive, and I thought it's my day off, I'll go thrifting, see what I can find, and lo and behold, I was quite fortunate. So I got like 5 vinyl records, 6 compact discs, 1 VHS, 2 DVDs, and 2 Blu-rays, and a partridge in a pear tree. Yes, I've done very well today. So it's extremely hot out where I am right now. It's like 35 humidex. Tomorrow's supposed to be like a 40-degree humidex. So I figured I probably won't be doing a lot tomorrow. Anyway, I'll be, tidying up, getting ready for company. And it's kind of my vacation too, which is kind of a built-in bonus. So I'm just in a really good mood. I'm wound up. I've probably had too much coffee, but we're going to jump right into it. So the first place I went to, I believe it's called New Boundaries. It's in Windsor, Nova Scotia. It's about 20 minutes away from where I live. I only go there a couple times a year. But usually I come out with a few things. Today I came out with 2 records and a Blu-ray and a DVD. So without further ado, but I'll probably just show you the first few things because that's from that store. And then I'm going to jump around a little bit. But I wanted to mention it because it's a really wonderful organization. The proceeds they make from the thrift store go to programs to help people with special needs and learning disabilities and things like that. And one of the staff members was so nice to me and took me on a tour of the facility and showed me all the wonderful things they're doing there to help folks out in the community. So I've been thrifting there for a couple of years now, but I never really understood the connection between the two buildings or organizations. But now I fully understand that whenever you buy something, you're helping out that organization, that facility that helps people in the community. And like I've been touting on all of my videos recently, go out into your communities, support your small businesses, especially in Canada. And if it goes to a good cause, hey, even better. So the first thing up I got is an album by John and Vangelis. This is called The Friends of Mr. Cairo. This is from 1981, put out on Polydor Records. At New Boundaries, yeah, their vinyl is $1, so happy to gamble on these. I've seen this one around a few times, and I think this is John Anderson from Yes. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. And, of course, Vangelis. Yeah, it's lyrics and vocals by John Anderson, produced, arranged, and performed by Vangelis, composed by John and Vangelis. So yeah, this is, I love John Anderson's vocals. He was, of course, the original vocalist for the band Yes, and Vangelis, of course, who did lots of amazing soundtracks. The reason I grabbed this, not only because it was $1, but it's in very nice shape, but I ran into a person yesterday who was thrifting at the Value Village, and we got talking about Lorena McKennitt, and she actually mentioned Vangelis, and I was asking her about this, and she said if you like Vangelis and you like Yes, you'll probably dig this. So I figured I'd take a gamble on it for $1. Why not? And then the other one is actually a gamble. I have no idea who this is or what this is. The artist's name is Jonah Louie. The album is called On the Other Hand, There's a Fist. And I would probably normally, this would be in like a bargain bin, dollar bin, and I would pass over this probably all day and all night. But I did notice that this is put out by Stiff Records, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, this is I think it's a subsidiary of Attic Records here in Canada. This is from 1980 from Stiff Records. I looked it up. It says it's new wave pop, so I don't know anything about it, but for $1, I figured I'd take a gamble. The actual record is in mint condition, so I figure even if I don't super love it, I may be able to resell it or hand it on to somebody who might more appreciate it more. But I'm going to give it a try. It says New Wave, so speaking of New Wave, I picked the next two up at Value Village. I got Duran Duran Rio from 1982, I want to say. Yep. This is put out on Tritech Records, which is, I believe, a subsidiary of Capitol Records. I don't know, guys, but this one looks like it might be like an OG pressing. It also says Harvest on the label, so for any of you vinyl nerds, New Wave, and Duran Duran nerds, this is in pretty nice condition. There's a few little minor surface scratches, but it's in pretty nice condition. And for, I think it was $6.99, I decided to add that to my collection, I should say. Yeah, this has Rio, Hungry Like the Wolf, New Religion, Save a Prayer, The Chauffeur. This is great. I've been wanting to add that to my collection for a while. The other one I got at Value Village for $2.99, a measly $2.99, was The Supremes Live at the Copa. You know, anybody who watches my channel regularly knows that I am a massive Motown fan. I buy Motown records whenever I can find them, when they're in good shape. This has like a bunch of their hits: Stop in the Name of Love, Somewhere, which actually I don't think I have that on any vinyl yet, which is one of my favorites by them. This is a reissue. This says previously released by Motown Corporation. This is put out actually by Pickwick Records. See if I can find a year. 1970. Looks like 1979. Nope, 75. So I don't know. This could have come out before that. It looks kind of like maybe like late 60s or around 70 era of Supremes. So yeah, love me some Diana Ross. And then the last thing I got, which is at the shop I used to work at, which is Rainbow's End in Wolfville, Nova Scotia. I got this lovely copy of Tarkus by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. There is a pretty impressive scratch on side A, which is quite unfortunate, but most of side A is pretty good and side B is completely clean, and this artwork is pristine. I noticed the spine is a little off, the print. It's not actually right on the spine, but that's okay. And this, I think, is maybe an original pressing. It looks very old, but it's in really nice condition. The inside artwork, I don't know if you can see all that, but the inside artwork is beautiful, which was done by paintings by William Neal from a company called CCS Associates. But yeah, not my favorite Emerson, Lake and Palmer, although I do love Tarkus, the first side, Tarkus, Eruption, Stones of Years. I love that song. This has, I don't like it when they do those kind of like rock and rolly jammy kind of things, but when they do the full-on straight up prog rock, I'm game. And that image inspires me when I draw. It inspires me all the time. So happy to add that to my collection. So at Value Village, the compact discs were out of this world. Somebody was a huge jazz fan. There was some Oscar Peterson, but it was kind of scratched up. But I was lucky. The Miles Davis and some of the other stuff was in beautiful condition. So the first one up I got is Miles and Quincy live at Montreux. This is Miles Davis and Quincy Jones live at Montreux from, I don't know what year this was, but the CD came out in 1993 from Warner Brothers. As you guys, if you've been watching my channel lately, you know I've been kind of looking to add some jazz to my collection. I got Miles Davis love songs from Columbia Legacy. Nice packaging on that one. I guess I didn't show you the inside of the Miles and Quincy. I guess it's pretty basic though, but some nice colors. Pop's pretty nice. Yeah, this is love songs. This is, I guess, a collection of sort of like softer love songs by Miles Davis, but that's okay. I like that. Next one up is Martin Scorsese presents Piano Blues, a film by Clint Eastwood from his blues collection. This is a compilation of various artists, and I don't know if I know a lot of them, but there's Count Basie, Fats Domino, Ray Charles, Duke Ellington, Thelonious Monk is on here. I got a Thelonious Monk CD a couple of weeks ago, and I listened to it in my apartment, and I fell in love with it. So I'm kind of looking forward to checking that out. I have another one from the Blues collection from Martin Scorsese. That's actually a really good blues compilation. Up next, I got John Coltrane, Coltrane for Lovers. This is songs with Johnny Hartman and Duke Ellington. Let's see who else is on here. McCoy Tyner, Aaron Bell, Jimmy Garrison, Reggie Workman, Ron Haynes, Elvin Jones, Sam Woodyard, and of course, Johnny Hartman on vocals. I do have, I think it's one with just John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman, which I really like. So, yeah, happy to add this to my collection. Nice artwork on there again. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy when I can add jazz at this point. The last two I got are pop. This one's still sealed. It's the Michael Jackson Thriller. It's the special edition, digitally remastered version. I have the regular version of this, but this one has extra stuff on it, including Someone in the Dark, Billie Jean, the home demo from 1981, voiceover session from Thriller, and a song called Carousel. So factory sealed for $1.99. Was happy to add that. Guys, I grew up listening to this CD. This was one of the first, one of my first cassettes I ever got after like Police Synchronicity. I had Styx, Mr. Roboto. I had ZZ Top Eliminator. And then I think for Christmas of '83, I got Michael Jackson's Thriller on cassette with my first Sony Walkman. Big day for me. And the last one I got, which is actually one I am, along with Michael Jackson's Thriller, I am very, very well acquainted with, and that's Bruce Cockburn's instrumental album, Speechless. I respect Bruce Cockburn. I don't know a lot of his music beyond like the one with like Lovers in a Dangerous Time. But I do know this album backwards and frontwards and back again. It's an instrumental album, and I had never really heard Bruce Cockburn play like this, and it is amazing. If you are a fan of guitar instrumentals, which I am, growing up on the Ventures and the Shadows and stuff like that, Bruce Cockburn, Speechless. This is a wicked album. I love this album so much. The first song, Foxglove, oh, can't wait to listen to that one, actually. Moving on, I got one VHS. That was The Nightmare Before Christmas, the Tim Burton, Henry Selick movie. This is not actually Tim Burton directed, but it's directed by Henry Selick, who I believe did James and the Giant Peach. But it was, I believe, written by, maybe? Based on a story by Tim Burton. Screenplay by Caroline Thomas, produced by Tim Burton and Denise DeNovi. I actually have the VHS of this, but mine doesn't play very well. It's all warbly and stuff, so I was looking for a nice copy. The case seems to be in very nice condition, so I'm hoping the tape will play well as well. This is kind of a seasonal favorite for me. Halloween is just around the corner, so figured I'd grab that for $1.99, and I can either get rid of my other copy, or it's not that it doesn't play, but it's fuzzy in parts and it's just a little distressing to watch. So happy to have that. Then going back to New Boundaries, I found a DVD. This is called Last Hurrah for Chivalry. This is a special collector's edition, a early film by John Woo from the Dynasty collection, or sorry, Dragon Dynasty collection. This says, before launching to international fame with The Killer and Hardboiled, John Woo proved his mastery of action direction with Last Hurrah for Chivalry. It's apparently got lots of amazing choreography, as does The Killer and Hardboiled. I don't know anything about this movie, but it says it has dazzling fight sequences, according to Eleanor Manaka from All Movie Guide. This is from 1993, it looks like. So yeah, I'm willing to check that out. It's got the little DVD ASMR for you ASMR fans. Cases, or the disc is the same as the cover. It comes with a Dragon Dynasty $3 off coupon. And there's some, for all of you physical media nerds, there's some other titles you can get from the Dragon Dynasty collection. I don't know if you can see those, but I have a few in that series, I believe. But yeah, I added this for, I think it was $1 or $2. Love me some early John Woo. Though I don't know if I don't think I've seen any of that stuff. I've only seen like Hard Boiled and The Killer and like Mission Impossible 2 and like some of his more, was Face Off his, I believe. I've seen those ones, but I don't know any of his early stuff. And then the other one I got from New Boundaries was a Blu-ray, and that's an upgrade for me. District 9. I actually have a pretty nice DVD copy of this that comes with like a, actually comes with like a thing you can hang off your doorknob, which has that image on it, which says no humans allowed. Oh, maybe it's on the inside here. Non-human target, it says on the inside. I'll take it out so you can see it. So yeah, of course, I love this movie. Peter Jackson Presents, a film by Neil Blomkamp, who went on, of course, to do Chappie and Elysium, and he's just a masterful filmmaker. I would say District 9 is definitely one of my favorites, although Elysium is very good. But yeah, upgrade this. I'll probably give the DVD to my son if he wants it, and if not, I will just trade it in for more credit. And then the last two things I got, again, going back to Value Village, I got AC/DC Live at Donington Blu-ray. There was a huge section of music DVDs and Blu-rays, and there was a bunch of Rolling Stones, which I'm not a big Stones fan, but I love me some AC/DC, so I grabbed that one. And you know what? If you are one of those people that's like, every AC/DC song sounds the same and they suck, then you can leave my channel, because obviously you have no ears for good hard rock music or rock music in general. This was recorded at Donington Park, Saturday, the 17th of August, 1991, with special guests Metallica, Motley Crue, Queensryche, and the Black Crowes. And yeah, I mean, this is... I probably am more of a 70s, 80s AC/DC fan, but man, when they reared their head in the early 90s, they were unstoppable. And so yeah, I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. I've got a couple other AC/DC discs, and I even have a VHS in my collection somewhere. But yeah, I love AC/DC, always have. So I'll check this one out. I think I've seen some of these on YouTube, some of these videos, but Thunderstruck, Shoot to Kill, Back in Black, Dirty Deeds, Done Dirt Cheap, Hell's Bells, You Shook Me All Night Long, Highway to Hell, TNT. It's got all the hits, baby, so excited to watch that. I am a guitarist, and I love watching Angus Young do his thing, so doing his strut, so yeah. This was apparently filmed in 35mm Panavision with 26 cameras. Yeah, 1991, impressive. And then another live music video I got is The Who, Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend, John Entwistle, Keith Moon, live at Kilburn in 1977. Of course, I also prefer the early R&B and into the early 70s Who. I'm not familiar with this concert, but I will check it out. For $3.99, it's a 2-disc set. I'm not sure. There's some unreleased stuff on the second disc. It says 70 minutes of rare bonus tracks and extended archival performances, including the first ever live recorded performance of Tommy from the London Coliseum. This DVD is from, does it say? I don't see a year on it, but it is a 2-disc set. It's 138 minutes long. It's presented in 178:1 aspect ratio. The Who, live at Kilburn, 1977. So, gonna check that out. Yeah, love me some Who. I am more of a fan of the R&B stuff, like the late 60s, early 70s, but I'm just generally a fan of The Who, and when I find stuff, I tend to pick it up if I find it. I can't say past the 70s if I would. Like, I know they did some concerts on PBS and stuff in the 80s. Probably not. I don't know. Who knows? As I get older, my tastes are changing, so who knows? Maybe I will. But Guys, that's it for today. I think I did really well. Let me know in the comments below if any of that stuff is your favorite, or if that stuff, any of this stuff is stuff you're looking for, or stuff you have that you love. Especially the Miles Davis and the stuff like that. The early John Woo film, don't know about that. The records, of course, I know Tarkus, Supremes, Duran Duran, but yeah, these two, Jonah Louie and John Evangelis, these were the $1 outliers. But if I can get a record for $1 and it's in really nice condition, I'm willing to take a gamble. Guys, that's it for today. I hope you have a great week. Thank you so much for watching. If you missed it, this past Saturday, I had a What's That Movie Doing on my shelf. Last week, I had a pretty impressive thrifting haul. And then, yeah, this coming Saturday, I'm going to try to do another. No, actually, I won't be doing. Let me think about that. No, I should be able to do that. So yeah, so there'll be more content coming soon. I'm over on Blue Sky if you want to follow me on social media. I don't do a lot on social media anymore since quitting Facebook and Instagram and Mark Zuckerberg and all those clowns. But if I am on Blue Sky, it seems like it's a friendlier social media platform. I'm not on it a lot, but if you want to follow me over there, if you want to message me, I'm over there. Subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of content. Thrifting hauls, physical media reviews, movie reviews, all kinds of cool stuff. So be sure to subscribe if you like that kind of content. Give me the thumbs up if you like this stuff. And if you want to leave a comment, I love to hear from you guys. So you know what to do down below. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've made it to the 21-minute and 45-second mark, God bless you. Until next time, I'll see you at the video store or at the thrift store or just out and about somewhere. But until next time, take good care of yourselves, your friends, your family, your community. Get out there, support local businesses in Canada. Elbows up, baby. I'll see you in the next one.